Right, well this is not a video I expected to be making, but here we are. You haven't read the title wrong. EA have released FIFA 23 early. I don't know whose fault it was, I don't know if it was them or Microsoft or whatever, but people are playing FIFA 23, okay, and I'm going to explain how they've got onto it, what we've kind of found out from it, as well as a little bit of gameplay. Hopefully we're not going to be taken down, because EA put it out for everyone to play, so, I mean, it's our own fault, isn't it? So, yeah, don't sue me, EA, let's chat about FIFA 23. So, we're obviously going to start by talking about exactly how people got onto FIFA 23. I believe that EA have shut the servers down now. I think you can still get the game, but I don't think you can do anything on it. I think they managed to block you from doing anything. So, a few people managed to get on the Xbox Series X or S. They weren't on any other consoles, and they could play the Xbox One edition of the game mainly. A few people got onto the Series X edition, but most people were playing like the old gen version of the game on a new console. No one on PS could do it, which is why we kind of think it was Microsoft's fault, but at the end of the day, if EA are involved, who knows, okay? But a few people got onto Ultimate Team. Most people ended up just playing like offline, they ended up like while they were downloading the game, obviously they could do like the demo teams where there's just like the rest of the World League and you could pick between like 8 teams or whatever. They did have updated ratings, which is what you're going to see in this video though, but obviously we need to think about like what this means, because people have been playing FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. So what are EA going to do? Are EA going to be wiping people's progress when they've actually played the game? Are they going to be letting them keep the progress? Are they going to release the game early for everyone to maybe catch up? I really don't know, but this is a unique scenario, because remember, this doesn't only affect Xbox, because there's like one massive market now. It affects PS as well. Obviously PC is not affected because EA just hate PC for some reason, but yeah, it kind of affects everyone, so we don't know what they're going to do yet. Hopefully I'll be able to do like an update video in the next few days when EA discuss what they're going to do. I reckon they're going to do nothing and just give people the free start. Knowing EA, they'll probably give people compensation for playing the game early. Right guys, and speaking, okay, of buying FIFA 23, if you guys haven't got it yet, maybe if you need a little bit more money for it or whatever, I might have you sorted out here, because for the first few months of FIFA 23, I'm going to be partnering with Aneba to make sure you are completely prepared, okay? So whether it's buying the game, whether it is maybe getting yourself a subscription to online, or whatever, maybe some EA Play, Aneba can help you out, okay? So it's an online marketplace where you can buy stuff cheaper than you would either on a PS Store or in a normal retailer. If you want to check them out, get yourself some FIFA 23 stuff for cheap. My link will be the top link in the description, okay? Just click on that, it will take you to the site and everything. They're completely verified, 100% legit, so I mean, what are you waiting for? Go and get yourself some FIFA 23 stuff for cheap, okay? So one of the weirdest things about this scenario is the fact that you could only play the game for 2 hours on Xbox. So what players did is you had to go onto the Xbox store and you could do your pre-download. Obviously, you know, like normally the day before you could download the game so you can play it at midnight and all that. I don't do that because I'm in bed, but I don't know, a lot of people like to play at midnight. You could do that, but then you could click on the game, and if you had EA Play, you could do 2 hours of early access. I don't know why, because EA Early Access isn't happening for EA Play this year. It's going to be the same time as the Ultimate Edition. They're not doing the 10 hours or anything, so that was a bit strange. But yeah, people got onto the game like that. You can still try it. I'll leave some links in the description for that. But yeah, once a lot of people got on, the first thing that we wanted to see, and I'll show you the screenshots first before we do a little bit of gameplay, was the ratings, okay? So these could still change, I guess, but these are unlikely to. These are our top ratings. These are our top 10 players on FIFA 23. Obviously, I've done a few streams and stuff where we've been discussing this, had a look at a few leaks, but these are official. I will warn you, they're not in English, so MS is like centre forward, ZM is CM, RF is right winger, not right forward. So we've got Mbappe, Benzema, De Bruyne, and Messi, and Lewa all sharing the highest rating in the game. Personally, I think Lewa and Benzema should be one higher than the other three. That's just my opinion. I think Ronaldo should be 91 as well. Obviously, we always know Mbappe's going to be OP. He's EA's poster boy. They love him. KDB looks decent again, but no one's going to use him after the first few weeks. Benzema and Lewa, obviously, people wait until they've got special cards before they use them. At the start of the game, I don't mind like a sharpshooter, though. They can be pretty good. And then we've got Messi, who's only got 81 pace this year. So's Ronaldo as well. So we're really going to need to put in some chemistry styles on them. And then we've got Salah, Neuer, Van Dijk, and Courtois. But that's not where it ends, guys. We have got the top 40 players all on here as well. We've got Ederson, we've got Casemiro, Kante's had a little downgrade. We've got Son, obviously. Mane seems to have about the same card as last year. And then these ones are really not surprised. Neymar's been done, I'm afraid. Neymar's card doesn't look brilliant this year. Obviously, I think FIFA 21 was the last time that he was like proper one of the best cards. But yeah, he's been downgraded again. Cancelo's kind of in a Thomas Muller situation. He hasn't got the stats to match his card, but we saw it last year with Cancelo, special cards ended up being sick. Cruz is still eternally trapped in being an 88 rated card. And then we've got some nice other ones here. I'm sure a lot of people are going to use Marquinhos. Haaland had a sick card last year as well, but he ended up being rubbish in game, so hopefully we see a little bit better from him. Again, Ruben Diaz, no one's going to use him, are they? And then we've just got a few goalkeepers as well. For me, this is where it kind of gets interesting. We've got Rodri, who's even slower this year. He's got 58 pace. Goretzka looking sick as always. Not Hooligan to start off with this year. That's important to know. But then we've got Thomas Muller, who looks, as usual, not brilliant, although he's one of my favourite players in real life. I've got Verratti, proper SBC fodder. 87 Rudiger is going to be in everyone's team, and I haven't got Militao's rating on the screen, but I can tell you he is 84, so that's going to be a horrible little strong link there. My Nan is up to 87 rated. Big up her, she's built really hard this year. Then we've got Lloris, obviously we've got De Jong. Koulibaly, who's going to get that perfect link to Mendy, and then we've got Robertson, we've got Sterling. Moving on to the next page, Sterling still looks pretty nice. Riyad Mahrez is a bit slow this year. Then we've got Dybala, Fernandes. It seems like a lot of the attackers have had their pace downgraded. I know a lot of them are getting older, but I feel like they've been harsh on quite a few of them. Like Dybala with 80, like Ronaldo, Messi with 81. I'm not really a massive fan of that. Then we've got Bruno Laporte, Kingsley Coman, who's got the same cards as he had last year, basically, and then Brozovic, Milinkovic-Savic, Barella, and Martinez. So that all looks pretty good, I know, but we've got some other cards in here as well. We've just got a few ones from teams. I'll just flash them up quickly for you, and then we'll get into the really important bits. So we've got, like, Juventus Pogba. He is proper Jogba now. He's got 67 pace. You can see a few other cards on your screen there. We've got likes of Vlahovic, Cuadrado with the same cards as every year, and just a few others in there that you might like the look of. We've got a few other teams as well. We've got Bayern, for those of you that are interested. I mean, they're always a really good team to use. Gnabry's been robbed for pace again, but you can see a few of them there. Then we've got Liverpool. Same cards as last year for Liverpool, really. We've got a few little upgrades, like Jota's a bit better. Diaz is significantly better. Fabinho's gone up by 1, but Liverpool players are mainly the same as last year. I expect we'll still see a lot of them, obviously. And guys, now we've got some cards that you would not have seen any leaks from before. These are the heroes, okay? They're not the World Cup version of the heroes that we've seen. These are the base versions of the heroes that will come out when the game comes out, okay? So you can see on the first page here, we've got Mario Gomez, Marquez. All of these are slightly worse than their cards will end up being for the World Cup promo, but all of the ones from last year have kept the same ratings, I believe. We've got some nice ones in here, though. Torre, obviously, going to be imposing himself on everyone's team. I really need to use him at some point. Marquez, I think Gomez. There's a few new ones on that page, but not anyone standing out. Marquisio is still Hooligan even on his lower rated card, which is brilliant to see. We have got Campos. They've just made him an MLS player. I was interested to see what they were going to do with that, because obviously Mexican League is gone, but they've actually solved that. We've got a few other new ones here, like who on earth is going to be using Landon Donovan, let's be honest. It wasn't interesting the first time he was in the game. Smolarek is not Polish League as well. He's Bundesliga for this, so some of them do have different leagues, which is very interesting to see compared to their World Cup versions. So just keep an eye out for that, but obviously most of them are going to be the same as last year. A few new ones here. We've got Papan, which is 89 rated, which is really cool. And yeah, Rudy Voller, I thought he'd be higher. I know like his World Cup was 91, but surely Rudy Voller should be the highest rated hero. But then apart from that, we've got Lucio as well. There was a bit of speculation over his league, but they've gone Bundesliga for him. We've got a La Liga Diego Forlan, and then remember guys, Okocha is now a hero as well, which I think suits him. Nakata is as well. I'll be honest, I don't really care about Nakata. I don't think anyone does. But then we've got an Eredivisie version of Dirk Kuyt, which makes a lot more sense in my opinion. And then we've got a few other ones here. We've got Capdevia, we've got Govu, Algebere's obviously there last year. 85 rated Peter Crouch. As I said before, if Heading is useless, he's going to be useless. That 85 guy, he's the one with 99 pace on his other card, but I mean, I've got a feeling he's going to have at least 4-star, 4-star. He's dribbling and pace looks good, so he could be usable maybe. And then we've got Clint Dempsey, Cahill, and Rickon. So that is pretty interesting in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. We just got a few other little ratings here. If you want to see a little bit more of PSG, I'll just flash them up quickly. We've got Ramos, who's going to go down to 84, as well as an 84. Hakimi and then Kimpembe is the same as last year, which is just pain. And we've got Napoli's badge, in case anyone cares about that. Bit of a strange one there. Right, so obviously now we've done that, we are going to have a look at a little bit of gameplay, okay? Having a look right now about what comes up the first time you load into FIFA 23. You see we've got a little bit of a cinematic here, just Chelsea cutting away there. A little bit of an advert, which you can skip if you want, or you can watch it. I'm guessing most of you are going to be kind of skipping this thing, because at the end of the day, who cares? But you can just see they're hyping up Sam Kerr and Mbappe, because they are the main two this year. And yeah, we're going to skip the rest of this because no one cares, and we'll get into what happens when you load up. Right, so as soon as that trailer ends, you'll end up with the training centre, which you can use if you're playing the game for the first time. You can see they've just picked Mbappe there, so you get Mbappe or Sam Kerr to kind of lead you through it, and then you can just play a match. Obviously, you'll be pressing, you can see at the bottom there's the buttons here. Most of us will be pressing B or circle, go straight into the main menu. Won't care about this, but this is what happens if you decide to play the warm-up match. But yeah, here we go. Just a little bit more atmosphere here. I don't know if they're going to sit here and watch the whole thing, but I'm going to be obviously reacting to matches as we go through. Unfortunately, you can see there we've got the same commentary team as before. We've got the female officials in there, which they were gassing up, but remember, I believe this might be the old edition of the game, so I don't think we're going to see a lot of the new features, but we'll see a few things. You can see as we go into the game here, the trainer has been updated with the way it works and that. He's playing on beginner, I think, at the moment, but you can see the menus here looking exactly the same. We get a few more player ratings there if you really care. Renato Sanchez has 80, I know is the one that a lot of you all want in your starter teams, so he's right there, as well as the new signing Mukiele, which is pretty cool. And you will see it in a minute, guys. The menus have been updated quite a bit, and I really like them. I think they're a bit more accessible. But we're going to go back into the game here by the looks of it, and it looks like he's just going to have a little run with Mbappe. Remember, this is on beginner, so at the end of the day, this isn't really going to be reflective of how the game actually works. But he's in here. You can see the pass mechanic. The shooting one kind of tells you your error radius and stuff like that, but no one's going to be using that, and he does a Sue. I'll show you some proper gameplay, okay, without the FIFA trainer on, just playing with a little bit more difficulty and see how it goes, okay. So you can see I think he's just going to mess about in the menus a bit here. I'll leave a credit to who this is from. He was playing this on Twitch. I'll leave a credit down in the description. Can't remember his name right now, but it will be there for you just below the enable link. Again, reminder to click on that if you will need to get FIFA 23. But yeah, we're going to skip over to some menu stuff now. Right, so this is something that I think it's a nice little addition. I know it's not much, but the game settings thing looks so much nicer now. It's a lot more accessible, a lot easier to kind of navigate and understand. There are 3-minute halves as well if you care, which is quite cool. We got the Academy Stadium there, which is new, as well as some other ones. I know there's not going to be too many in this because it's like the thing that you play while the rest of the game downloads, but we've got some nice ones in here. Signal Iduna Park looking beautiful. Well, Signal Iduna Park, I can never say it properly. Looking nice. So always got a few little things here. You can play on AstroTurf now if you want to as well, which I think is a bit strange. But yeah, that's there if you want that. I'm guessing that's going to be a thing you can do in foot as well. But you can see along the top there as well, the camera, the visual, the rules, all of that. Because there's like the lenient refs and stuff. Looks a lot nicer there. A few Dortmund ratings. I haven't seen too many, but I know Bellingham is going to be 84, which I think is one a lot of people care about. Darwin Nunez for Liverpool as well, being 82 is a massive, massive jump for him. He's going to be pretty OP. I'll send a link again to more of the ratings down below if you care about that. But yeah, that's kind of what we've got so far. We've got a little bit more gameplay coming up that I'll kind of talk you through. It's not going to be this game, it's going to be Man City playing against Liverpool, but yeah, I'll talk you through that and kind of give you my thoughts. So here we go, we've got them starting. Darwin Nunez on the ball. This is on semi-pro difficulty AI, guys, that you're getting a little look at here. I mean, it looks kind of the same, doesn't it? You can't really tell apart from the kits that this is a different FIFA. Some of the kits even looking very, very much the same. I don't think they've updated all of them because that City kit doesn't even look like the right one. But yeah, you can see here, we'll see when he gets on the ball a little bit more about how it works, but a little bit of nice footwork there from Fabinho. Not seeing too much different yet. You see the running animation is slightly different. On the ball, they seem to be a little bit nicer. Foden 85 there. We heard that Foden was going to be 86, but as I said, some of these ratings might change. And that's Man City's 4-3-3 holding. You can see that's their default kind of thing there. It's a bit strange because Rodri's maybe moved over a little bit, but you can see he's going to play against a friend here. You'll see how this works when you play 1v1, how it works different, which is quite good to see. So we've got a mate playing now, using Darwin Nunez, kind of knocking it about with him. I think he's trying to use both controllers at the same time, actually. But good tackle there. There we go. Because on FIFA, what annoys me on FIFA 22, right, is a lot of the time that should have been a free kick in my opinion. But yeah, a lot of the time you'll tackle someone, the ball will just bounce back to them. But it's good to see the other team maybe winning the ball here. But the referee already seemed a little bit inconsistent. That's worrying. Obviously, he may have put him on lenient. That's the only thing that we can talk about here. But we're going to get another look at the new free kicks, which is nice. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold of all people on it, which is probably one of the coolest ones. I think he was just trying to maybe get a few free kicks there. But at the moment, he's doing an inside of the foot curled shot. I don't know if there's maybe a legend of how to do all of them, but we'll see here. I don't know why this guy keeps pausing it, but as I said, we're going to take any gameplay we can get here. Defensively, there's a few things you could do there. Grabbing players out the wall, moving them around. Okay, looks like he's going to try and curl this one in. Doesn't put too much spin on it. Yeah, no power on that, but I kind of like the new free kicks, but just a little view of that there, guys. I know it's not the best gameplay, but it's the best I could find, so there we go. But yeah, guys, I know it's not exactly too much, but that is what we have got for today, okay? So thank you very much for giving this video a watch. Let me know if it was helpful down below, what ratings you're excited about. I know I didn't get the best gameplay out of it, but it's a little bit more. It's stuff you haven't seen before, so I guess it's nice. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. More FIFA 23 news obviously coming soon. All of the SBCs, all the guides, as well as some fun little gameplay videos when the game comes out, so hopefully I will see you then. Goodbye.